Hi, everybody. This is Eliz-sha Keating from WisdomSeekers.net, and we're here today with water, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces for January 26th to February 1st, 2020. And the first card I pulled was Need and Necessity. And there isn't a great deal of difference between need or necessity, but that's what the card said. So if it had said need and want, I would understand it. So need and necessity. So we're coming into a time when our needs and necessities are shifting and changing. And I suspect that's exactly what we're going to read it as today. And so the first card is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, like every time we get a reading for the last, since, I don't know, November, we're moving, we're changing, we're shifting. And but this one is a major move and shift up. So we've been going through exciting times since the beginning of January. And I think what this card is saying, the Wheel of Fortune, is now we're actually not in the process, we're actually at another level. Doesn't mean we still don't have to pull stuff up from behind and get things adjusted for the new. It doesn't mean it's stopped. It just means that we're at a level. Hopefully we'll get a breathing place in there for a little while. What covers us is the goddess, the star. And the goddess, as I always say, when she's involved, she's tough taskmaster, but she does support and she supports and helps you out as much as possible. And what's behind us, what made it possible, is the Seven of Wands. And Seven of Wands is being very good at what we do. We've learned how to carry it. And yes, sometimes we feel like we want to crawl into bed and pull the pillow over our head and the blankets over the pillow, so to speak. But we do actually have the courage, we do have the ability, we do have the knowledge on how to deal with everything. And what's just below us, Six of Swords, that's a card that says we're going to be where we want to be soon. Do we know where we want to be? I doubt it, because we're going into something that's brand new. We haven't done this here on Earth before. So maybe we have a vague idea that it's going to be good and it's going to be better and things are going to move for easier for us. And hopefully that is indeed the truth. But do we actually know? No, we don't. Not till we get there and we live it and we experience it. And so we have the card Six of Swords, which says soon we're going to be where we want to be. And then, don't ask me the cards pulled it. I did. I pulled the cards, but this is what the cards pulled. Two of Pentacles. Be patient. Things are happening. There's things happening behind the scenes we are unaware of. So things are happening and shifting and changing in a very positive way. So the two main cards, the grounding card and the cover card, they're major arcana. So for water, this is a huge week. And to make it even more so, during the week you get the World card, which means things are going to be shifting for you in your world. And not... it's going to be positive shifts, but your world is shifting. And it might be that there's news on fake news or real news, some kind of news that will actually shake our world. But will open up things. There will be more energy, and it will solidify the gifts that you've been working on and working through. So what's supporting us during the week? And the Ace of Cups, basically in all the three, this is the third reading, and all the three readings, this card has come up basically every time. Ace of Cups, which is a new beginning of joy and happiness. And if you listen to yesterday's reading, basically it said that that we're moving into another level. So the joy that we're bringing in is a different kind of joy and happiness, different from what we were when we were 10, different from 15, 25, 40, 30. Every decade we have a different kind of view of what life is. So we're moving into something new and joyful. But as a world, it is new for us. Okay, so also we have Two of Swords, and the Two of Swords is courage. So this week is going to take a little, with 3 major arcanas, it's going to take a little bit of courage. But we also go forward knowing where we're going to end up. And I've just been saying we don't know where we're going to end up, but we don't. But we have an idea. So, but we know we're going to end up in a place that's better for us. Will it be frustrating? Will it be frustrating? And yeah, it will be frustrating. We will be frustrated. And we will have a lot of subconscious energy coming up, but we will be supported. We have the support. We have the strength. And these cards are telling us we have the strength. The goddess is telling us we have the strength. And I'm going to leave it there because that's pretty long. It did not actually answer the question need and necessity, which is the very first time I think that's ever come up. But I'm going to answer it as this. What we're going through, what we think we need and what is necessity is going to shift and change. Our viewpoint of what is important, what do we need? It's not going to be the same as it was last week, or same thing with joy and happiness. Our needs and necessities are shifting. Our viewpoint of what is we have to have in life is not going to stay the same. And the very last card is challenge your perceptions, which you don't have to challenge your perceptions. They will be challenged. Don't worry. But what it is suggesting is that you open, and it's a very beautiful card actually. Open up your view, open up your eyes to what can be and what should be, and don't get yourself locked into it's not possible because it's been proven by quantum this or that it doesn't exist. Don't get locked into this belief. And if you're a Whovian, think inside the box. If you're not a Whovian, think outside the box. Okay, so things are shifting and changing for our water. It does look like it's going to be a heavy-duty week. I wish I could have told you it was going to be easy, but you're heading to joy and happiness. And more, your abilities should be starting to open up more. One of the people I talked to, they're saying, I think it, and it happens. And she says, what the heck's going on? You're growing, you're changing, you're moving into a place. And the dimension we're actually moving into is you think it. For instance, I'm sitting here and I think, oh, I'd like to be downtown at a restaurant having a cup of coffee. And instantly I will be there. So you think it happens. We're getting there. We're getting to the place where we want to be. So be careful of your thoughts, of course. And at this point, I doubt that you're still manifesting them, but you still want to be very careful and pay attention to what. Always pay attention to what you're thinking and feeling. And if you're having a rough day and you're angry, don't beat yourself up over it. Just ask the universe to look after you a little bit more. All right, I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay. Jen TG says hi, love.
Hi.
Ariel C says asks, do you ever see me living with Emiliano, sorry.
Mm. I suspect it is not something that is going to happen in this lifetime. And if you really want it, God willing, I'm wrong, but I don't. It doesn't seem to be a this lifetime situation. It does appear to be another lifetime situation. And it does appear when it does actually happen that it's really good. But I don't believe this lifetime. Now, considering that this is something I always say, things shift and change, and we're not bound by any. We're not bound by. We're literally not actually bound by any of the what shoulds and shouldn't be. Things can and have changed. So, if that's something you really want, then maybe things will shift and change. If you're young, I'm just saying, if you're young, you will shift and change. And even with you madly in love with the guy, and I'm speaking from experience. You might be that in the end you'll be super glad that it didn't happen. And I know I have a few loves that I'm so grateful it never happened. Okay.
Um, Miriam M says, hope you are feeling better.
I feel much better than I did yesterday. Thank you very much.
Laura Dutson says, hello first.
Hi, Lori.
Nikudi Sabinde says, hello. Miriam M.
That's a really nice name.
I should have said this yesterday. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, I do apologize. Please, if you could put in a phonetic pronunciation so I don't keep pronouncing it wrong, that'd be grateful. But yes, lovely name. Miriam M. Asks, any encouraging words from my spirit guides for me? I've been feeling a lot of anxiety lately.
Okay, so a lot of people are going through this right now, the anxiety. And I will give you a couple of really quick fixes. And one of them is, and it works very well because, like I said, a lot of people are going through it. And I've been telling a lot of people to do it, and they've been relaxing. So breathe in through your nose till your belly goes big. You want your belly to relax. And then when the belly's big, you go sigh it out. Just like that. Don't do it more than 3 times, otherwise your head's going to get really light and crazy. That will help. It'll help a great deal. And the other thing to do, and this is a quick Band-Aid, but it works if you have to deal with things right now. Just go up in front of you, so you're not touching, but just in front of you, grab air and pull it straight down the middle. There's a chi line that goes right down there, and you grab it, and you'll feel this like energy go like this, basically, and you will be amazed how fast the anxiety leaves. And if it gives you a break of even 5 minutes, then you just do it again. Keep on doing it.
Also, another way to break anxiety is count out of order. It's not spiritual, it's just logical. It is. No, it is spiritual, but it's not in the same, especially if you have anxiety of people watching you do weird movements.
Oh,
you can just go in your head, 1, 32, 1,600, 2, 90,000, etc., etc.
And the reason is logic brain can will take over, and the logic brain doesn't have anxiety, right?
Yeah. And it helps you fall asleep if that's when your anxiety kicks in.
Yeah.
And your brain won't shut up.
And so can you give me the question again? Those work. And I know they worked. I've been advocating them for years.
Advice.
On anxiety?
No, just advice.
From her guides.
Yeah.
Was it advice or something happy?
Encouraging words.
Okay. Okay, encouraging words. So your guides are very, what's the word? They're very much into giving you encouraging words. They're going, you can do this. You've got this. Don't worry about it. We're here with you. So yes, they have a lot of encouraging words, and they are with you. They're very strongly with you, and they're suggesting, this is their suggestion. You have a particular stone that you really like, and they're suggesting that you take stone, hold it in your hand, and sit and look at it, and meditate on it, or think about it, or just hold it in your hands. And they're not telling me which stone it is, but it appears that it's a stone you have. It could be amethyst, it could be anything, but it's one that you want to be able to hold comfortably in your hand and just sit and look at it. And they said they are there for you. They're always going to be there for you, always have been. And instead of stressing, ask them for help. And ask them every 5 minutes if you have to. They don't really, it doesn't matter to them. They not bound by the same time energy as we are, and every 5 minutes doesn't mean too much to them. Okay. Good luck, by the way. Stress is not a fun thing. What you laughing about?
Oh, I just realized Tully's had the black and white thing moving in the corner of your
oh yeah, screen. Right down there.
Yeah.
That's Tulliverger.
He's on my foot, so I realized I could see the reaction, and he's also glaring at me going, stop moving my hand, Mom, I'm flipping.
Yeah, he is one of the funniest creatures in the entire world, I swear.
All right. Aaron Liu with a $5 super chat.
Thank you, Aaron.
Hi, ladies. While my coworker Gail is under serious review by HR, she has filed complaints of racism. She's Black against us. Do you have any insights, please?
What's her name, the lady's name again? Not
Gail.
Aaron. Gail. Part of it's true. Not everybody there has been racist, but it's almost like she just sort of can't tell who is and who isn't anymore. And honestly, it feels like she needs an extended time away. It feels very much like she's just stressed herself out really badly. And what is it? Basically, she herself is just not handling life well, and I'd hate to say this, but I think there might be, just because of her stress levels, she is a little bit unbalanced at the moment. And being black is a very difficult thing to be. I a few had clients that are, and some people handle it better than others. But I do know that in this world, there is a lot of anger and frustration, and the truth is, some of it doesn't actually exist. Some of it's just because people are expecting it, that they see it where it doesn't exist. A story is, I'm Canadian, and we were traveling down to the States, and my husband at the time and I were standing in front of a elevator, waiting for the elevator to go up, and it came down, and this person came out, and they had the most wretched perfume ever. And I waited till that person left, and I turned to my husband and says, "It stinks." As I said it, 2 black people or dark people came out, and they glared at me, and I hadn't stopped to think that person's, what I said would have affected them negatively, because, well, I wasn't even noticing them. And then this happened like 30 years ago, and to this day I feel really bad about it. But it was an accident. It was not meant. It was not meant for them. So a lot of times the things get misconstrued because you just think that's the way it is. So, and I feel that that's part of what's happened with her. Not all of it. I'm sure there is some I'm sure some of it's real, but a lot of it, but there's also some of it that she's just taken an innocent happening and construed it wrong. I guess you would like to know a bit about outcome. It's not going to, I don't feel it's going to just go away. I do suspect that HR is going to do some teaching or suggest teaching. But at the same time, with luck, they'll get this lady a little bit of a break, so that she can get her energy together. And I do feel HR is going to try very hard to make it work for everybody. Okay, but that doesn't make it easy. I suspect it's not going to be a fun time for a little bit. Okay.
Maria Herrera says hello.
Hi, Maria.
Yasmin Fox asks, hello, ladies. Will I find a job soon?
I do believe it's getting closer, yes. I believe it's getting much closer. And I still feel it's going to be around February, or soon anyhow. And I know you've asked this question a few times now, so it's obviously It's obviously bothering you a lot. And probably with necessity. I mean, if you don't work, you don't eat. But at the same time, if you could back off on the stress levels a little bit, you would find that the job will come to you easier and faster. It's like like I've always said, you put energy into it. It skitters away. You put a different kind of energy into it, like patience energy. It comes to you faster. And I'm talking about sort of like the soap scenario I use, where you let it slide into your hand rather than then go looking for it. And you do have to go look for it, obviously. But maybe try to back off on the stress energy a bit, because that will hinder you a great deal. Okay.
Zulemi R asks, did Martha tell my mom that I sent pictures of my mom and her new boyfriend to her?
I suspect she did. I don't think there was more to the question.
Lori Dawson says, first to say sending love and light to you and yours. LOL. Nice to be here on time. First full moon in Aquarius. Hi, bye.
And it's 23rd. It's a new year. It's a Chinese New Year.
Today.
Yeah.
According to all calendars in the house.
Yeah, I should have checked myself.
Yep.
Anyhow, Happy New Year. Happy Aquarius moon, which is a very emotional moon, I believe.
I don't know.
Well, that's what I read. And yeah, so if things are a little hot and heavy, you can blame it on Aquarius moon.
Champagne C says, hi, Eliz-sha and L. Bree Smith asks, does my family member SB believe that I'm stalking her?
No, I don't get that, no.
Jem TG asks, do you think if I take the Arizona MPJE exam in March, I will pass the first time?
Yes.
How does Dario feel about me? Asks Mimi.
Same way he did last time. It's not switching and shifting very much in that energy.
Barbara Spellman asks, does my immediate family come to Target to look for me? We haven't had any communication, and they heard that I work there.
I get it. Yes, that they do look. They are. And I don't know if that's good or bad. But if it's something that bothers you, see if you can get a transfer to a different Target. If it's not, then just go with it.
Lori Dutson says, I feel things this week are so confusing. Feelings and true tensions of people are around me.
Oh, everybody, just about everybody, especially those who haven't done their work, and that's the majority. They're suffering big time.
She goes on to say,
sorry.
I need to know if people need to step back and not engage. If I need to step back and not engage on any information I receive.
This week, I would not engage. Not this week, because things are shifting and changing so fast that what was pertinent this week will not be pertinent next week. Keep everything in a written diary so you have everything that you need. But yeah, this week you don't want to engage.
Kylie Brown asks, do you see me finding a job where I'll be happy?
I do, but not as fast as you want. By the summertime, I think you'll find a job where you really enjoy, where you really like it, you're really happy with it. But I don't see it happening soon. I wish I could say something else.
Song Summertime and the Living is Easy.
Yeah.
Came in.
Yeah.
Arlene Ross asks, I have a male roommate. First letter of his name starts with N. I feel a strong attachment / attraction to him. He's much younger than me. Is there something karmic going on?
Definitely karmic. But do be careful in this karma, because it is karmic, and it's not meant to last a lifetime, and it's not a forever thing. So figure out what you're feeling and why you're feeling it, and then deal with it, because you don't want the karma to you really don't want the karma to repeat, not this one.
Champagne Sea asks, hey Eliz-sha, I have had spirit trying to connect with me. I feel the energy of a presence. Do you get a sense why I have spirit around me at this time? Thank you. And by the way, I feel wonderful today. Thank you so much for the healing. Oh my God.
Awesome. It wasn't a healing, it's a clearing. It's different. Oh, I did pull that thing off your shoulder. That's true. I think it's just that your gifts are becoming stronger, and it is actually time for you to it's time for you to start to step up a bit more, which is your situation, you've got young kids and things like that, makes it a little difficult. So you step up to the best of your abilities, but pay attention. Make sure that you're comfortable with whomever's there, and just know that this is your birthright, and it will be your future. Not until your kids are a little older, I suspect, but it will be your future. And so you're just sort of in training right now.
Maria Herrera says, hello both. Do you see if my son's dad is going to bring the money? Thank you.
I believe he is going to bring money. You just will. I think you might want to be a little careful if he brings the money to you personally. You just want to be a little careful and make sure there's others around.
Arlene Ross says, I love your heart. You're kind and thoughtful. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I was thinking I'm wearing a heart today. But thank you very much.
Gabriela Almamia asks, do you see me traveling soon?
Actually, I got a yes for that. And it should be something that you enjoy. It should be something that you're very happy with. It's not something that you're going to dislike doing, is what I'm saying. Okay.
Ooh, excuse me. Moonfeather asks, hello ladies, how are you? Just wondering if my guides have anything to say.
So the guides are at this time, they're very happy with people, and they're very happy with you. Whatever you're doing, it's working very well for you. And I think it's your courage that they're applauding, because they showed me, going like that, or clapping basically. And I think it's your courage, because you're facing things that you've not wanted to look at for a long time. And it's really powerful what you're doing. So keep it up. You're doing really well. And they do suggest that maybe sleep just a touch more. Go to bed half an hour earlier or something, if you can. And if you can't, well, use Elle's technique of counting out of order. What I do is I just try to blank my mind, and it gets so boring I fall asleep.
Melio says, oh my, I didn't see when y'all popped on. For under the weather people, you are very dedicated. Got to be more like you. Today is for the boy. Is he still free, or did he run back like his sister?
I think he's stronger than that, and he has not moved. He has not run back, and there's a streak of stubbornness in him that is standing out right now. That, really, not going to do that. And he's stubborn. I mean, you had months of him being around where he was extremely stubborn. So, I think hopefully there's energy shifting for him right now.
Tia Garnett says hello.
Hi.
Nikuli Sabinde asks, I'd like to know, will he come back to me?
I got a yes. Usually I don't, but in this case I got a yes.
Next.
I'm just trying to figure out with it's what she really wants.
Okay.
So be prepared to not feel the same way when he comes back. Okay? I mean, it might be that's exactly what you think you want, but be prepared to go, oh, yeah, I really didn't want that. Okay.
Jakara Thomas asks, how will Jaffrey feel since I made my Instagram page private?
A little annoyed. Basically, the annoyance is what I get at this place at this time. That's about all I get is annoyance. Okay.
Lori Dotson says, thank you for that. I do the deep breathing count on the exhale. Slowly. T. Garnett asks, hello, I couldn't stay and listen to the last reading. What do my ancestors want to tell me for encouraging words?
So they're taking you literally at this, and your ancestors kind of got a sense of humor. They show me a big bonfire, and they're dancing around the bonfire, and they're going. They're telling you, I can't understand them. They're speaking in another language, and I don't know it. Let me get them to switch so I can. So basically what they're saying is the power of your ancestors is funneled down to you, to you, and you have everything you need: support, love, fairness of mind, which is an unusual one, and the power of luck behind you. What they said was sporting chance, but basically that translates into the power of luck behind you. Tap into your ancestors. They're lots of fun. Enjoy them. Okay.
Jennifer Schwab asks, hello, ladies. Hope you're doing well. Can I have a message from my spirit guides about the week ahead? Thank you.
So up to Wednesday, take it slow. Keep your eyes open, but don't be gullible. The second half of the week, or after the hump day, there's something you're going to focus on very strongly, and you will probably going to get the prize. Okay, good luck.
Joe Fermino asks, hello, darling. Any messages from my guides?
Okay, as I say, guides are funny. Happy, and I think they're telling you to be happy as you can. I think you got this before. Smile more. There's a song. It says, smile, though my heart is breaking. So that's basically the song that came into mind. I'm not saying your heart is breaking, but smile more, because the smile will, after a while, affect how you feel. And takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile. And it has been psychologically proven that if you smile, it changes your mood. Okay, go for that.
Lori Dotson says, racism is on many levels in our world. Eliz-sha, we all have been in your shoes. Let it go. People are programmed to be offended, especially nowadays.
Oh no, that was 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I remember it, and I feel sorry that it happened.
What they believe.
Yeah, and it's a good lesson.
Yeah.
And for me to pass along. I don't own it. I don't hold it. I know it wasn't mine, but I feel badly for them that they felt that way. And I wasn't used to it being Canadian, eh?
Yeah. But yeah, nowadays you breathe wrong and people are offended.
Yeah. We were at another place down in the south, and again, Canadian here. This woman came into this restaurant. It was a fast food place. We just stopped to get food and drive on. She had this most gorgeous hat, and she was black. And I told her, you have a beautiful hat. And she just pointedly ignored me, and I was so confused. And I did, at that point, I recognized that it was a cultural thing. I did learn later that black people and white people didn't talk to each other in that area. So,
Is that when we went through Louisiana?
I don't know. You were like what, 4 or 5 years old?
Yeah, when we moved down to Mexico. So I don't remember a lot of that trip, but.
Now, she had the most beautiful hat I'd ever seen. It was a Sunday, I think. She'd been to church.
Cool.
Yeah.
Aaron Lou says, thank you, Eliz-sha and Elle. Zekoi Fish asks, what do my guides / angels want me to know about the connection with Jay?
Well, first of all, it's a learning experience. And It can evolve from a learning experience into something else. But at this point, it is just a lesson. And you're going to find that your guides suggest that he's not the last guy on the world for you. Okay.
T. Garnet says Happy Aquarian Moon and Happy New Year.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Lori Dotson says Happy Chinese New Year to you too.
It's one of my favorite of the things, right? I don't know why. I don't really I love Chinese food, but I don't really identify with Chinese, but I do love like cultural, but I do love the New Year's for some reason or other. It's always just intrigued me.
Mm-hmm. Love Life says hello. Lori Dawson says thanks for the confirmation. Love Life asks, do you see me working in one of my dream firms in the next few years? Thank you.
I see you working in a dream firm, but I don't see you working in one of your present dream firms. So I think you're going to be more than happy with what you get, but it's not going to be what you expect. All right. Good luck with that.
Maria Herrera says thank you. Gabriela Alnamia says thank you so much. It's exactly what I thought and want. Blessings.
Good.
Lori Dotson says, Eliz-sha, about a month ago, you warned me about a man in a light blue shirt a man in a light blue shirt came to light on Tuesday. I came to find out he was stealing stuff out of our cars at work.
Yeah, that's sad.
Mellow Yellow says, thanks. Yes, stubborn works good in this case.
Yes.
T. Garnet says, LOL, I'm getting chills. Thank you. The Koi Fish says, thank you. J. Jane sends a sparkly heart. Arlene Ross says, Eliz-sha, thank you, Eliz-sha, for your response. RE, the karma. I agree. I have enough karma to work out.
Yeah. Karma's a whatever. And if you don't need it, don't use it.
Lori Dotson says, I am Indian and my brothers are more white than I am. I got rude comments, but I don't like it. I don't let it make me weak. I feel sorry for the people who feel the need to hurt others.
Okay, so that was the one who asked for.
That's Lori Dotson.
Oh, okay.
Jen TG says, thanks for coming on Answers and Questions. You eased my worries, and I think I speak for most people.
Thank you.
We're done.
We're done.
We're done.
We're going to be here back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe earlier. Maybe.
Positive for Life just came on and says hello.
Hi. We will be back tomorrow. And it may be earlier, maybe later, depends.
Ring that bell.
Yeah, because, I didn't wake up till 10 o'clock today. And I am going, oh, that's great. And then we've putzed around with breakfast for a long time.
Yeah. Also, just a quick reminder to our new people who recently joined us in the last couple of days. We normally take only one question per Q&A per person, unless it's a slow
Q&A. Which it rarely is.
So if you have asked more than one question and I have skipped you, that is the reason. It should have been brought up earlier. But again, our chat gets busy.
I don't really have space to put it down in the title either.
Positive for Life, you can ask a question. We do have, I think we're not quite over the 1 hour mark yet. Yeah.
No, we're at 40.
We still got 10 minutes. I'm just, for people who don't know the way we work, it's good to repeat that every so often, because I've been noticing a bunch of new names popping up in our chat lately,
which is welcome.
Which is very welcome. It's just, again, we only do, unless it's a slow Q&A, one question per person. So
and then we're on for 4 days in a row generally.
Yeah.
So you can always come back.
So yeah, you're welcome to ask your question if you would like to.
I'm on a roll.
Yes. In the meantime, Jennifer Schweb says, thank you again for the important messages. I appreciate it so much. I look forward to the next week unfolding.
It should be interesting, actually, for you. And just like I say, be very aware. I saw your eyes sort of, kind of look on your face.
Lori Dotson says, I really appreciate you ladies so much. And Positive for Life asks for messages from their guides.
Okay, well, Lori, we appreciate you too. And Positive for Life. Just to warn you, Positive for Life, the guides have been really funny today. I think they're celebrating. I think the guides take every chance they can to celebrate. And since it's a Chinese New Year, they're all up there celebrating. I don't know what they're drinking, though, but they are kind of funny.
Drinking spirits, Mom.
That's horrible. Okay, let me.
Bad jokes are bad.
Bad jokes are bad. So they're very honored to have you as in their as a descendant, your ancestors. There's one that comes forward really strongly, very strong individual, male, very, 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 not dour, it's not the word, but I think what emanates off of him is powerful wisdom. That's wisdom. It's this very strong, wise person. And that person, that guide is around you right now. And what they're asking you to do is just ask for everything. You meet somebody new, ask, and just breathe. And it's like they're going to put the message of knowledge directly into your mind. And that's the best way, is just simply knowing the answer. And you will simply know the answer to things. Feel, and this guy's strong, not just wisdom wise, but he's strong. So feel free to reach out and metaphorically borrow or lean on him. Okay, because I would suspect that if there's that kind of strength, that you've got something that's coming up that you can breeze through easily if you don't own it. Okay, so good luck on that one.
Lori Dotson said, our Earth Angel asks, will Capricorn come visit me?
Not. I don't get not soon. I don't get that soon.
Positive for Life laughed out loud at my bad joke.
Yeah, it was horrible, wasn't it?
Bad jokes are funny.
Can I tell you a funny joke?
Yes.
It has absolutely nothing to do with this. I just thought it was hilarious. So the nurse came in to see the doctor, and the doctor and she says, "Doctor, there's a man out there in the waiting room. He believes he's invisible." What should I tell him? And the doctor says, tell him I can't see him today. It's pretty cool. I thought it was hilarious.
B. Erla says, hi, Eliz-sha and Elle. And hello, Lori. Isabella Congelo says, hi, everybody. And Positive for Life says, I will do that. Thank you so much. Jennifer Schweb says, I hope you and Elle enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for recommending the book by Jock Brocass. It's so interesting, and I'm enjoying reading it. Love your necklace.
Oh, thank you.
Lori Dotson says, LOL, I'll try and work at that. I'll try. I'll tell that at work. At work.
It was funny, eh?
Yesterday, I went in to see my doctor to get updated in just everyday prescriptions. And he tries to tell me that joke after reading a new joke that I brought in for him, which is, Doctor, I can't help but steal things. Doctor replies, take these pills for a week, and if it doesn't happen, I need a color TV.
If it doesn't work, I need
a color TV. My doctor took like 5 minutes trying to figure that out.
Because he's too logical.
So yeah. B. Erla quickly asks, what thoughts / feelings does Jeff have regarding our connection at the moment? Thank you.
Jeff. I think he got a little afraid because it was such a strong connection. And so he's trying to breathe. He's trying to breathe through it. But at the same time, he's so just move forward slowly is what I'm suggesting. Until he's comfortable with the situation again. So right now, the energy is such that that people are what are they doing? It's changed. It's more intense, and people aren't used to the more intense energy, and so they're going, oh my God, I don't know how to deal with this. So be patient, because you're farther ahead of the game than they are. And until they figure it out and are a little bit more, until it becomes normal energy, people are just going to be more stressy about things. So it's not that he's running away from you. He's running away from the intensity of the energy, thinking it's you.
And we're going to finish off with Donna Thomas saying, hello, what outcome do you see for the lawsuit settlement from my husband's car accident?
It's going to be positive. And that's all I got, actually. Let me see. It might actually be really good outcome for you. So good luck with that. And I don't actually know what more to say, but it says, because they did say it would be positive. Okay, good luck with that.
And let's say goodbye.
Yeah, I think so. I've got a few other things to do today. So it's been a pleasure. I've had a fun today, even with my daughter's poor jokes.
It was one poor joke.
It was a real bad one. Namaste. Namasko.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.